Hi, I'm Carol. Today I'm going to do the Seamstress Tag, which was created by Holly Sews. The first question is, who are you? I'm Carol, just Carol. I've been married to Mike. It will be 32 years this April. We have 3 adult children, 2 daughters and a son. We have 2 dogs and 3 cats and 6 chickens. And obviously I love pets and I love my family. When and why did you start sewing? My mother is a very accomplished seamstress, and I grew up watching the beautiful things that she made for us to wear, and I just wanted to do that too. I've been sewing for over 40 years. I probably made the first garments that I was willing to wear in public maybe when I was around 15, and as the years have gone by, I've learned more and more. I'd love to be able to share some of the things that I know. And a mistake is always just an opportunity to learn. What is your favorite make? My favorite make would probably be my wedding dress. If I knew how to insert pictures, I would do that later in my video journey. I will try to share some pictures of my wedding dress and the pattern I made it from. It was very beautiful and it expressed who I was, and that is a lot of what sewing is about. What is your most disastrous make? Maybe when I was around 13, I tried to make a dress, and at that time I just assumed that if you followed the measurements on the pattern that it would turn out just perfect, and I really didn't do any fitting as I went along. And it was a white fabric with red polka dots, and it was kind of a little fitted bodice trapeze skirt dress. And I sewed and sewed, and it had a lined bodice and sort of a 1-inch spaghetti type straps. I got it almost finished to the point where it was ready for buttons and buttonholes, and it was just so small I couldn't button it. There was no point in putting buttonholes on it. It was very discouraging because I'd wasted the fabric, I'd wasted my time, but I did learn a big lesson from that. So I guess that at the time I was very sad and discouraged, but looking back, it was a small bump in the road. Where is your favorite place to shop for fabric? Well, locally in store, I only have the option of Joann's, and oftentimes they do have lovely fabrics, and I do shop there some. Also, I do have access to a Walmart, and they have decent values on fabrics sometimes, depending on what you're looking for. So those two locally. Online, I was happy with fabric.com. And from Hancock's of Paducah, if you're looking for quilting fabrics, they're an excellent shop. I also, on Etsy, I really like Fabulace. I think that they have a wonderful variety of all kinds of fabrics, and their prices are very good value for your money, and their cuts are extremely generous. And also Bubbly's on eBay. I've gotten some very nice fabrics from there, and High-End Fabrics, which is on eBay, I believe. What is your most used pattern? Right now, I've been on a spree of making this new look pattern, which is number 6086. It's just very cute and versatile. You can see here is one example that I've made with this pattern, and I also made some additional ones where I contrasted the sleeves and did some different finishes on the ends of the sleeves. I used a different sleeve from a different pattern. I just think it's very nice. It fits very well, and it's a simple pattern. And my dog Sage is down here below. Your most dreaded sewing task is? I really hate picking out seams. It's very difficult with my eyesight. I don't have good vision close up. So what I do is I try very hard to avoid that by using a long stitch any place that there's any question at all, but sometimes you still have to do it. So that's my most dreaded task. What is your favorite sewing task? My favorite sewing task is laying out and cutting out the patterns. I like the process of thinking of what the fabric or what the pattern is going to look like at the end, and I really like that. And I usually do batch cutting. I will cut 6 or 8 things and put them in a stack so that I can just go and focus on sewing. What is your favorite sewing entertainment? In general, I would probably listen to something in the background that is maybe political commentary or something like that that I don't have to watch it. I would love to listen to sewing channels, but then I keep getting distracted by having to look and see, so, and or play music in the background, usually old school country. But most of the time probably just silence in the background. What Printed or PDF? Printed all the way. I don't think I own a single PDF pattern, although I am going to purchase the Emmeline Necessary Clutch Wallet. And later this year I hope to make some bras, and I will probably purchase those patterns through PDF. But it's just something I've never really gotten into that, so all the way printed. What sewing machine do you use? Currently, my main sewing machine is a Singer Studio 8, and I don't believe that's marketed any longer under the Singer brand, but it's available as the Janome 6500P. It's a quilting machine, and it has the knee lift for the presser foot. It's a very solid, strong machine, and I like it very much. I've only had it maybe 2 years. Before that, I had a Janome 8000, and I loved that machine, but its computer part gave out and I just needed to replace it. I'd had it for maybe around 20 years. I also have a Viking 940 that I bought in the 80s, and that's a good solid workhorse machine that I really like having. But we have a townhouse in Washington, D.C., and it's there, so my primary machine when I'm here is my Singer. And I just purchased a Singer Professional 5432 thread serger or overlock machine with a cover stitch. I've only had it about 2 weeks, so I have not even begun to explore what it's capable of doing. I haven't done a cover stitch on it, but it is, once I figured out the basic threading of it, it's a really nice machine. I'm very happy with it so far. I replaced a Mylock 644 with the Singer 5 because it was just time. I'd had the other machine for a long time. My mom gave it to me. She had used it for several years. It's going to go to the shop. I think it's out of time. And when it comes back from the shop, I will probably set it up as a 4-thread serger, and then I can set this one up as a 5-thread or as a cover stitch. And I also have a Husky Lock 435, which is a very old overlocker, and it's a lovely machine. And I sometimes just use it when I just want to do an overlock, when I'm not looking for that fourth seam to make a secure seam in the garment. And do you have any other hobbies? Yes, I love to garden, both flower gardens and vegetable gardens. I actually think I like planting things more than the actual taking care of them. Without my husband like watering, everything would die. But I do love gardening. I have a saltwater fish tank, which sometime later on maybe I will do a video on that. Not instructional at all, because I'm a casual hobbyist. I don't have all the news on that. But the saltwater fish are really beautiful, and my daughter Carrie got me into that. And I just really enjoy having the fish tank. It's a lot of fun to watch and just observe the things that the fish do. So that's the entire list. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to making more videos. My next one up is going to be a fabric haul. I'm not going to do a lot of fabric hauls because I have a stash that just never ends, and maybe I will do some exploring my stash videos because I have fabric in there that's 40 years old, I swear. So anyway, thank you for watching. Push the thumbs up button if you liked it, and subscribe if you feel led to. Thank you. Bye bye.